TheOAMNetwork.com.
Power to the podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dear Millennials, the lit ass podcast.
Liddy committee.
The Liddy committee, yes sir. We are here for our second to none episode. Episode number two. Hey, thanks for all of the love. Man, I was about to keep dancing. Yo, thanks for all of the love we've been getting on social media after posting our Death Row joint.
Right.
If you haven't already, yo, make sure you follow us or like us on Facebook at Dear Millennials Podcast. In other words, just search Dear Millennials. Instagram at Dear Millennials _ Twitter at Dear Millennials Pod, P-O-D, and any other booking and inquiries, make sure you reach out to us via email at dearmillennialspodcast@gmail.com.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. I know I got it right. Last show I gave all the wrong handles.
Man, he gave everybody followers the wrong.
I'm gonna tell you what's my mess up. Y'all didn't call me on my shit. Well, Days did. So that was cool.
I gave you time.
You did.
Though. I was trying to be like,
I guess.
I hope he get it this time.
Man, somebody else got all our followers because of you.
Somebody got to say something. But anyway, yo, it's your boy Marvin Frank. I'm a singer, songwriter, educator, Pisces, homie, lover, friend. And to my right is my boy.
It's your boy McLovin. Got these chicks straight out the oven. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
No.
Teacher / preacher. Always preacher. Yeah. So next we got my girl.
Mary Jane. Y'all can't sing. But let me break it down. Wet lemon pepper lover. Extra crunchy. Drums.
Fried hard.
Fried hard. Yeah. Book club creator. Got to put that in. Real women read.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And next we have...
This is your girl, your one and only OPP, aka South Memphis Queen, aka Memphis Finest.
Hey.
Yes.
Second Memphis finest.
The real
Don't do
alpha.
that. Don't do that.
Second.
First, baby.
Damn.
Who's first?
Don't
Okay,
do
Michelle.
that.
Can I not be fine?
No, you're not.
Okay.
You not.
Well, my
Baby, look,
my mommy told me I was
That's your
fine.
mama. Your mama has to love you.
Maya Angelou told me that I am somebody. Hey, yo, we can't forget my main man, Gilworth. Give it up for Gil, y'all, on the soundboard. He is
Spirit fingers.
the owner of OAM Network. We're here recording at OAM Network in Midtown Concourse in Memphis, Tennessee. So much love to them for having us and hosting us and allowing us this opportunity. All right, y'all, let's get to it. Welcome to Dear Millennials, the Lit Ass Podcast. Today's episode is entitled Millennials to Society.
Millennials to society. Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, we came up with that, y'all. So make sure you stay tuned throughout the show to figure out why we decided on this name. All right, each time you tune in, we're going to have what you call the 10 DM commandments.
Yes. 10.
Yeah.
Real shit you gotta live by and you gotta know. You dig?
Yeah, because I mean, living as a millennial, we have some things that we will not do or we will do. So let's start you off with, thou should not support Trump.
Hell no.
Get his ass out of office. Next.
Hey, I think you were saying earlier, bro, nothing was closed on President's Day this year.
No.
Nothing.
It was nothing.
Schools weren't even closed.
No.
Well, I mean, some schools were, but
I mean,
most
I was
weren't.
closed. But for Obama, though.
Don't support Trump.
All right, next. Thou shalt not proclaim thyself as the gay Tupac.
No.
There is no such thing.
Goofball.
No such
Hey,
thing.
come on,
my
Jesse
God.
Smollett. You could just be the first Jesse
Tupac.
Smollett. Oh, you know.
Come on,
the
man.
gay
No.
Tupac.
Gay Tupac.
Yep, he said it.
It's like me saying, okay, I'm not even gonna go there.
Right.
Anyway.
Thou shalt not wear black Air Force.
Hell no. They stop. If you wear black Air Force Ones, I'm assuming that your ass finna go to FedEx. That's
You
it.
a lie.
That's it. I'm sorry.
First of all,
Black
I had,
Air Force Ones mean I work in a factory.
No, it does not.
That's what that means.
No, it does not.
Or you
I-
about to rob somebody.
It does not. I had black Air Force Ones. You're
I
not
can't
gonna go
trust
there.
you.
It's too bad. I can't trust you either. But I had black forces.
Black-
That we not gonna do that because they're
Hold on.
cheapest.
Keyword had.
Black
so do you
forces-
still wear them?
I was thinking about it.
Black forces are the
For
ones that you
millennial-
throw on.
the Millennial tour that's coming up in March.
Black forces are the ones that you throw on a tree,
Shameless,
not
bro.
the.
No.
Nah, yeah, you got to throw them on a tree.
All right. Next.
Speaking of Nike.
Somebody bring me in on this one. Number 4.
Number 4.
McLovin, you got this. This
All
all
right,
you
number
got.
4, man. We have, man, thou shall. Colin Kaepernick. You know, definitely got to stand up for what you believe in, man. Y'all know I'm rocking my boy right now, man. Black History Month, man. Also got the
Right.
definitely got the sweater, man. Stand up for what you believe in, because if you don't stand up, nobody else will. Fuck what everybody else talking about. You know what I mean?
Right.
Be a boss.
Thank you.
Oh.
Next, thou shalt cite thou meme sources.
Cite your evidence.
Please,
We are so
man.
tired of y'all posting on Facebook trying to claim the memes that you see.
Bro, that ain't even yours.
Bruh, you didn't think of that.
Like, I hate when people look at
Yeah.
mine, they laugh at it, they don't share it.
They still
They save it in their camera roll, then post it. Then what makes it better, they get more likes than me.
Is it what's making you upset? The more likes or them not citing their sources?
Both. Like, damn, that's my joke.
It is. I feel
And I
your
reported
joke.
they ass.
Why don't
That's
you call
real.
them out
That
on
is
it then?
annoying. That is.
Call them out.
You know
You
what?
should say, didn't you see that post 3
No,
days
I'm
ago
gonna call
at
him out right now.
3:52?
I'm gonna call him out right now.
Go.
Nadine Little, mom. Those my goddamn baby pictures. I told you, those are mine. Those are mine. Those are mine.
What you say? That's what the share button is for.
Okay.
It is.
Thou shalt stop your mama, speaking of mama, from selfies of your nostrils.
Right. I don't know. They do that. It's like it's like that selfie that's like, you got gains on your phone.
All right. Thou shalt not rock Dickies pants no more.
Hey, real talk.
Do they even
Dickie
sell
pants.
Dickies?
Bruh,
Walmart. They just
y'all
sell
remember
Walmart.
the phone pocket back in the day? The Dickies had a little phone pocket.
Oh, for
right
you
there.
put the flip in?
Yeah,
I never had, I don't think mine, I did have a Dickie fit.
might
It
have
was
a-
black. I never forget.
With the cafeteria looking.
Yeah,
shirt.
yeah. You know what though? It really reminded me of like prison uniforms. Like now that I look back at it, think about that. And who mostly wore Dickie uniforms?
Yeah.
Because we got them from Rainbow, I thought. Like,
No, you
I
got
didn't
from
get
City
mine from.
Train.
No, yeah, I got mine from.
different.
I don't know. I'm from Chicago. We got them from Burlington Coat Factory.
Yup.
Yeah.
Walmart.
Walmart.
Walmart had
I
the
don't know.
bootleg Dickie junks though.
yeah.
So-
is there bootleg? Dickie?
Yeah, so the bootleg Dickie joint had like a different logo on there, but it still said Dickies on there. Trust me, I know because I was po. It was 8 of us, so we couldn't get the real shit.
It was 8 of
Come
us
on,
too.
it's all good.
Sarah.
Shout out to Mama Nadine. She held it down.
Yes,
Hell it
yes, mama. All right. Thou shalt stop being messy on Facebook.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like I'm getting tired of this.
But you love going through the comments.
Ooh, it could be a million
It
of them
is.
junks. I'm literally 6 hours.
You about to figure out what the gossip is all about.
Man, I walked into work reading comments. I left out still reading them motherfuckers. I ain't getting no work done.
All right. Thou shalt not, and I don't got any of this, but bash baby daddy mamas, baby daddy and baby mamas on social media if y'all fucking raw.
Yeah.
Effing raw.
Meat to meat.
I hate you, Yvette. I hate you too, Jody. Wait, hold on. I can flip that. Hold on.
I hate you, Jody.
I hate you
That's
too,
how
Yvette.
it
Yeah.
You black my eye.
Jody, you said you never was gonna hit me. You hit me.
Hey, but that's real though. That's definitely real, man. I get
Shout out
tired
to
of that.
Taraji.
Yeah,
Shout out to Tyrese.
right.
Hey, he been low key though.
Hey, no, I respect
No,
Tyrese
no.
because
Romantic.
Tyrese helped me love my black sexiness. So shout out to Tyrese.
He needs a little
I think
help.
every chocolate man should love the sexiness, because I mean, like,
You like chocolate man?
love
Mary
chocolate
Jane?
man. Just not cheap.
What? Hey, y'all remember this? What are they selling? They're selling chocolate. What? Chocolate. Y'all never watched SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Somebody out there got
All
that.
right, thou shall not talk shit to your woman and then get your ass whooped. The Bow Wow
Her
challenge.
Bow Wow.
Damn.
Damn,
I used to love Bow Wow. I feel really bad for that
yeah.
boy. Man,
And what's
boy.
crazy? I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I
man.
would watch growing up hip hop. It's not he was really in love. Well, they were really in love.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people were skeptical. So I wonder what happened.
Y'all
man.
remember when Bow Wow and Romeo used to beef? Y'all even remember that? I'm a Romeo fan before Bow Wow. I ain't gonna say
If I want, I can have your
Your
chick.
chick.
He had the fake Sierra in the video.
Yeah, Romeo, you can't shine
Like
like
me.
Wanna ride like me?
Really?
Pull downs like me? If you ain't from the street.
Yeah, I forgot it.
All right.
All
All
right, y'all, and that was the 10 DM commandments. So from this moment moving forward in our next episodes, you're going to really want to tune in. We'll have them spread out throughout the show, and we'll have some type of audience or listener giveaway. So make sure you tune in. Next show, moving forward, if you can recite the DM commandments from that show, we got a special prize for you.
Can't wait.
I feel like they pledging.
We
Recite the DM commitment.
yeah.
In order.
So
Oh my gosh.
we're going to go ahead and keep it moving. It is time for, everybody get your real sexy moan on, prepare. For the quickies. Man, you was too ready.
Girl, Dave.
Shit. OPP, let us know
Daddy.
what is this quickies that we speak of? What's going on?
So, Quickies is just the news and informations that we have here on Dear Millennials for the week. That is kind of like a general synopsis of everything that we have seen.
Synopsis?
And synopsis. The igums, the foolishness that we've seen from the shade room and things like that. So I'm going to give you this week's quickies, which was kind of crazy and all over the place. First, we're going to start here in the city of Memphis. During the Super Bowl weekend, reported by Fox 13 News, Calvin Wilkins was charged with killing his stepbrother and stepsister because his wife made them a plate first before him. Right. But it was speculated that here in the city of Memphis streets that the wife was sleeping with the stepbrother and the sister knew about it. So that is like the main reason why that the husband shot and killed. So what's your take on that one for one of the quickies this week?
Man, I don't like the way the news titled that. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
But you know the news
I agree.
always has to.
Like, cause now you looking at it like, oh, this man killed somebody for making a play. Come on, man. Man, Fox, man. In the words of, and I hate
Oh, that's from
news.
Fox. It's from Fox News.
Is it
Yes,
Fox, right?
Fox 13.
Come on, man. Like, I
Fox
like y'all
13.
Instagram posts and stuff like that because they be funny, but that was nah, man.
That was foul. I feel like
Yeah.
they should have told the truth and
Yeah.
gathered all of the information, because just think about it. Do you actually think somebody would kill somebody over a plate? I know we live in the city of Memphis and
Yeah.
people do some crazy things, but a plate during Super Bowl weekend, so you know that it was more to the story than that they were telling
Yeah.
and or discussing. So
I really feel like the news, especially, and I won't even say like a particular news syndication, but I feel like a lot of times people do play on people's naivety, right?
Yeah.
And the fact that, we can easily mislead them by this and then post
Have
a
them
picture.
click it.
Now, I didn't see that news story, but I can only assume they probably had a picture of
Yes.
the person who committed, will that be the perpetrator, the person who actually committed would that be
the crime, so they had
Or
his
the
wife
offender
up there.
verse. Okay.
So they didn't
Yeah.
even have the husband up there
That's
who
wild,
committed
bro.
the crime. It was his wife.
Man, I pray for those kids because that's trauma, bro.
It is.
That's,
Yeah.
So let's move to the next
Yeah.
quickie for this week. Also this week, reported by Fox 13, down in Lakeland, Florida, Deketra Talbot, 11-year-old son, was arrested for not standing for the Pledge of Allegiance national anthem and during his class time. So this week he was taken to juvenile detention for standing up for his rights because he feel that with all of the racist rhetoric, he does not feel like a U.S. citizen, and so he was taken to jail because the substitute teacher did not feel like
The sub?
Yes, the
You know-
substitute
Damn.
teacher did
Oh.
not feel like dealing with him.
I have a comment for that. When I was in elementary school, I actually did not stand up for the pledge.
So you been
at
woke.
one point. Yeah, and
Been
a lot
woke.
of the kids actually got on me because you know how kids
Yeah.
are. A lot of kids were actually really upset with me and snitched on me for not standing. And honestly, I took this lesson from Boy Meets World. Because I forgot what was her name. It started with
Topanga.
Ooh.
I watched it.
She was not from this
I'm sorry,
country, so she did not stand for the pledge.
Yes, she did not.
And I took that as, well, my ancestors are not from this country, and given what I knew about like where we came from, I didn't want to stand for the pledge. But it didn't go as far as me going to jail, and I think that is BS.
Wow.
That a sub would take a black a boy to jail for it.
And the thing that really got me is this school is for gifted children. And so you're taking this gifted child to jail before what he stands up for and believes in. So I did not like that at all.
I'm just mad that it's the sub.
Yeah.
Like, bro, you don't have no type of power
Yeah.
to truly be like, you know what? I'm gonna call the police on you.
All right, so this is my very last quickie for the week. Foolishness across the board.
Okay, wait.
NFL player Jaleel Ade and his fiancee Lindsay Nelson was caught this week on her social media outlet toasting to more light-skinned kids. So self-hate,
Light-skinned,
self-hate, self-hate. You know his children are biracial. Okay, we get that. But toasting to more light-skinned kids and just toasting to his marriage and just kind of being like, oh, this is where it's at, boastful with it, and just kind of disrespectful. I'm just like, so if this is your relationship and you're in love, it doesn't matter what your kid looks like, because my older sister, she's in an interracial relationship and her kids are the same skin complexion as me.
But I
So
was
it
saying, wasn't
doesn't.
he chocolate?
Yes, he is chocolate. Brother, you chocolate.
That sound like an Uncle Ruckus. Uncle Ruckus. That's all it is. But nah, we just got a lot of Uncle Ruckus out here, and it's crazy because guess who else think like that? Kodak Black.
Seriously?
Wow.
Yeah, I was watching.
What?
I was watching something. He was like, I don't want nobody black as me.
I remember.
And yeah, it was
Was it on
crazy.
Vlad TV?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
It's not enough of us loving on our more chocolate people.
So y'all love
I
me,
love
please. Can y'all love me?
Yeah, we got
love
so
you, bro.
DeMarcus.
You know what? To add to that, I remember Kanye, and I hate to say this because he is one of my favorite MCs, producers,
Definitely my favorite.
songwriter. He said, "You impregnate Bridget, therefore, then you could have a bunch of niggas." So basically saying, hey, like black man, you impregnated a white woman, and therefore you'll have mixed babies, which historically means the one drop rule,
Drop
Yeah.
one,
right?
yeah.
Right.
Consider black. So I mean, that's another one. In my opinion, in so many words, in my opinion, that's what that was suggesting. But what do you think?
I think he was just like, pregnating a Caucasian woman will make black babies, which also means that we're populating the world with more blacks, even with
Well, also with
interracial.
lighter women though.
Hey, but it doesn't
But I
matter. The
feel
kid's
you.
black. The kid's black.
Yeah.
All right. And then our very last
Maybe I didn't hear the
quickie,
story, right?
BBC World News reported that Jussie Smollett,
I'm sorry.
right, Jussie Smollett attack may have been fabricated, but they do not have any viable evidence at this time to stand on that story. Right after his Good Morning America interview, he received. They felt that they had a lot of skepticism about his story because it had a lot of holes in it.
Yeah.
And so his team was skeptical. ABC interviewers were skeptical and didn't want to move forward with the story, but they felt they had to because it was Jussie Smollett. So how do we feel about that this week, y'all?
I'm gonna say just this. I hope it ain't true. That's it.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Because I
leave it
stood beside him. I really supported it. But it's just like, I don't know right now. I'm keeping quiet until I figure out what's
Yeah.
going on. But I hope he didn't do it. And I want to know what his motive was.
And I ain't gonna lie, and I know we gotta move forward. A part of me feel like, man, is this somebody trying to like kind of discredit his story or fabricate or like make up this belief that, hey, it wasn't really like MAGA supporters that jumped this man and bashed him for being homosexual and all that stuff. But anyway, could not be wrong. But yeah.
Well, so that's all we have for this week's quickies.
Shit,
You guys
girl.
are so
My bad.
silly.
That's all I got.
Too
All right,
much.
y'all. Moving forward. So, one of the most enjoyed segments of this show, we have Hood Code, my boy McLovin.
Hey there.
Hey.
How you all doing out there, you dear Millies? It is I, McLovin. Make sure that everybody have their hood Bibles today. Now let's turn to lesson 305. And it reads, anybody who puts anything on their grandmama, they ass mean business. Anybody put it on their brothers, they just playing. But if you put it on your grandmama, you serious. You for real, for real. So, the lesson for today, if they put it on their grandmama, they might just shoot you.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, my grandmama food.
Hey, that's real though. That's real. If you put it on your grandmama,
That's real.
you can put it on your mama, your daddy, your brother, your sister. That really don't mean shit.
Don't mean shit.
But if you put it on your grandmama, they gonna shoot you. They gonna do whatever they say they were gonna do to you. I put that on my grandmama,
No
grandma
cap.
fight you. Yep. That's it. 'Cause
What you say?
Who don't love their grandmama?
Say no more.
Do you love your grandmama?
I do.
Do you love your grandmama, Mary Jane?
I love my grandma so much. I hope she's listening.
So if you know that you got to put it on your grandmama, you got to go through with it.
Right.
And if you don't, and that's real. Like if you want to know if somebody asking you, I ain't got no money, that's on my grandmama. You ain't got no choice but to believe them. You got to believe them. If they put it on their grandmama, I'm sorry. That's the code. That's the code. I believe you. I'm going to go on about my business.
Shout out to all the 90s babies with grandmas, and I think the 80s babies, we got to shout y'all out too. Y'all still got Big Mama. I think.
Yeah.
No, they got Medea.
Medea. But that's
Medea.
Big Mama too, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big Mama, Medea.
Yeah. All right, y'all. So, yes, Hood Code by yours truly, the very own Mr. McLovin. A whole lot of love things going on. All right, y'all. Now it's time for 1, 2, 3, and we're living. Hey, single.
In the 90s kind of world.
Yeah.
I'm glad I got my girl. All right, y'all. For today's living single, this is something that I really want to ask the guys. You all and men, after you all have listened to today's podcast, please hit us up in our DM or comment on one of our Facebook posts or Instagram posts or something. But listen up. So I came across this meme a few weeks ago, and I'm just gonna read it verbatim. It said, "Stop letting situationships prevent you from going on dates. That's not your man."
Wow.
And I'm thinking whoa, this changed the game just a little bit, because as women, we get in these situations with these men where we're like, we like him. I know he likes me. We're not in a relationship because he ain't ready to commit, but I like him a lot, so I'm gonna stay low key, right? But the irony is, that does not mean that you should stay single and you shouldn't date at the same time, because he's not ready to commit to you, nor is he willing, and you never know if he ever will. But the irony is, I have learned that men are very stingy even if you're not in a relationship. So in my experience, most men are not okay with the woman even dating other people, but they're not willing to commit to you. So, I mean, it's not fair. So what do y'all think? What's your point of view? Why is it like that?
McLovin, you want to go first or you want me to go?
I'm gonna let the love doctor go first.
All right.
So I'm gonna give you the route to it.
I personally feel like this. All right. So situationships, they're all very unique, and I think it's very relative to the situation. I think you have situationships where there are two people who like each other, right? But they're both trying to figure out what it is that they want. Then there's another situationship, and I could be limiting the options, but I think there's another situationship. Two people have been together, right? And they're trying to figure out what's next. They don't know, do we get back together? Do we kind of figure out who we are first? So first of all, I think it depends on that, right? So I'll put it like this. If you are single, you are single. And I think you have to be real about who you are as a person and what your expectations are. So for me, right, I'm not going to involve myself with someone. I'm not going to date someone. I'm not going to put myself in a vulnerable position to be vulnerable if I'm not trying to pursue anything. So I think sometimes there's this perspective that, okay, I'm in a situationship, right? I'm not going out with anybody because I'm in a situationship. No, sometimes it's because you don't want to involve yourself with somebody else.
I feel like that's easy for a man to place himself in that situation, though,
Well,
where
you did have some of that
I'm not going to be, but from a woman's perspective, we will hold that guard down because we are willing to contribute our love for you all. But I understand for men, y'all have so many options. You can say, all right, I'm not ready.
Hell no! First of all, right, she over here laughing at that goof ass shit she just said.
I was just about to.
Men have a lot of options. Us women don't have a lot of options.
Mary
See your
Jane.
phone. Let me see your phone.
She does.
Mary
No,
Jane.
you cannot have my
Mary
That's
Jane.
valid. That's valid. Because you have to think of on college campuses, it's 7-1.
No.
Real world
No.
is 10-1. Yes, you do have a lot of options.
Man,
I'm going to back her up
There
on that.
are plenty of women who are going to say, I'm ready to be with you.
Thank
Y'all are
you.
like, I ain't ready.
Thank
but
you.
for
No.
women, it's like,
Thank you.
got
Yes.
Bill, Joe, Bob,
Amen.
all want a chance.
Thank you.
You give them a chance, they can't handle the chance.
Amen. Yes, sister. Tell
So
them.
y'all gonna want me to put my 2 cents on y'all?
Nah, I want
Yo,
you.
go.
I really want to speak on what she said, but go ahead, bro.
So with the situationship, understand that
And
It takes-
reminder, it's dating while you're in situationships, dating other people.
so it's all about communication. It is all about communication, and I think as men, sometimes we do things because women don't address it. You know what I mean? What I mean by that, men gonna always do stuff until y'all address it. So if you ain't finna say, hey, look, we've been talking for a quick little minute. What's up? I think the communication is always up in the air, and women are afraid to ask men what they think because they feel like, well, I don't want him to say he ain't ready for this. But I've been sucking this nigga dick for like forever.
Here you go
Okay,
with
I
that.
was agreeing.
Yes, stop. Marvin,
But no,
next.
seriously though. But honestly, the situationship becomes a situation when the communication isn't there. If we talking and we don't bring up that topic, then we still just gonna be friends. That's just doing relationship stuff, but not necessarily in a relationship because one of us is afraid to talk about it.
Yeah. Really quickly, Marvin, your point, and then I'm going to ask you all one question that you give me one response to.
You good. So, all right, with the situationships, I think too, like I said, man, you have to be really real about who you are. There are some people who can date people and not get attached, and there are others. Well, personally, I don't even believe in that because I mean, the more time you spend with somebody, I personally feel like the more vulnerable you are to actually liking this person. And Mary Jane, you mentioned like we have options. What's interesting in my opinion, what's the difference about guys and ladies is that guys are the ones that pursue. I think oftentimes
We have
ladies,
no choice
but what you all do, you all have the options because a lot of times the ball is in your court. When dude is texting you what you doing, hey, woo wop bam, all of this, the ball is in your court. You're being courted. You're being pursued. You're the one that's being reached out to. You have the power to ignore or accept the invitation that's being offered. So, to answer your question, situationships, like what was your question? Like, should people date?
From a man's perspective, is it okay for a woman that you're talking to, that you like, that you're interested, is it okay for her to go ahead and date other people if you are telling her that you're not ready to commit, but you really like this girl?
Men are possessive. I
Right.
think we'll agree.
Yep.
I don't care if I'm a channel my inner McLovin real quick.
So
No,
you
Marvin.
asking
No.
you asking, is it okay for women to date outside of the situationship?
I'm going to keep this situationship.
Okay.
But you don't want to commit to me. So I'm
So
going
has
to...
that conversation already been had though?
I mean,
So let's just say it.
There's two ways you can think about this. It has been had.
Okay.
And the man is like, I don't care.
Okay.
All right. So she goes out on date with other men. But you come back around, this man upset because now you doing whatever you want to do as a single woman because that's who you are.
And the other one is it hasn't been communicated.
It hasn't been communicated.
All right. So I'm gonna let Baby McLovin, McLovin Jr.
I'm gonna put it like this: if I was if I was channeling my inner McLovin, right, I would say, if I got side hoes.
No,
they're
speak
my
from a real
side.
person. You a real man.
Right.
You
All
really
right,
like this girl.
if I'm in a situation, do I want her dating other people? Or should she?
You really
No,
like this girl.
I don't. You're right. I really like her, but that's what I'm saying. I think men, we're possessive, right? So regardless of if we just messing around, we woo wop a bam. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm pretty confident, so I don't really trip like that. But I think most men would agree that you feel some type of way if you see somebody that you even remotely kicking it with, even texting, and you see her out with another dude. You're gonna feel some type of way. You may not say anything. You may not react to it. You may play the background, see how things go. But once I involve myself with you, right, it goes without saying that I will feel some type of way if I see you.
I'm gonna say this,
or I may even fall back because I see you out.
Okay.
I'm gonna say this, man. I was talking to this chick, and she ended up catching a flight. You know what I'm saying? We weren't in no real relationship, but she caught a flight, and her uncle come pick her up, so she had to stay at her ex-boyfriend's house. But they was cool, which was cool. Oh no, I was not having that shit. I wasn't, because in my mind, I'm like, yeah, we ain't a couple, but you putting me in an awkward situation.
Yeah.
So, but you're not a couple.
But it doesn't.
My thing is, you're not owning her. You're not saying you want to be with her, so you're not a couple, and you can get that mess on somewhere. For real, for real.
I'm your nigga.
No, you
until
not.
somebody else come get you.
All right.
Oh yeah.
No, you not.
All right, I'm going to say something so we can wrap it up. Men, y'all need to get over this. Women, if he ain't claiming you, keep it moving.
Thank you.
But men, if you are...
Right. Keep moving.
If you are possessive...
The next nigga gonna do you. Okay.
But listen, men,
Do your ass
if you're...
in.
Listen.
Leave your ass.
And yeah, that might be true because women go through a lot of guys that be doing the
And men
dirty.
don't go through.
Right, why y'all make it seem like that?
It ain't about y'all right now.
thank
It ain't
you.
about y'all right now.
Preach,
All right,
Daddy.
that's not the
Preach,
subject.
Mary.
But let me
Preach,
finish.
Mary.
But y'all take a shot.
Let me finish. This
Go,
is a
Mary.
message to the men.
Yeah.
If you are not willing to commit to that woman, leave her alone until
And-
you are ready.
And your ass gonna stay single with Mary Jane ass.
I'ma stay
And I-
single.
I'm just like-
I'ma
I'm just like,
stay single, trying to
nah.
be around this man.
Nah, I feel you.
who
You
I'm
right,
putting
Mary
my
Jane.
foot
You
down
right.
on,
Right.
and
Keep
he
your stand.
still
Nah,
can't
you right.
commit.
You right.
Thank
You
you.
right.
We're
I
gonna
feel that. I'm
put
talking
this
shit.
part on the Instagram, but I just want to leave with this before we move on.
Yeah.
So if we talk and we just should automatically think about a relationship like that,
No,
that should
Yeah,
be
that
right.
was never.
Yeah,
but that
what Martin
was never
say?
the
You
topic.
gotta be friends
Hold on,
first.
hold on.
No.
You gotta be
Chill out,
friends
hold on,
first.
chill out. That was never the topic. I
know,
never said
you
that.
right, you
I
right,
never
you right.
said
You right, you
as
right.
soon as I start talking to you, I ask you for everybody to be in a
So,
relationship.
Right,
I
but
never
if
said
it's
that.
a situationship though, if we're
A
friends, we
situationship
kicking.
lasts about 2 to 3 months in my
So
opinion.
maybe we should define what is a situationship before we move forward. What is a
No,
situation?
Well, how
I
about-
think that couple should define if they're getting into a situation.
So I'm gonna say this. Our followers, we're gonna go on Instagram.
Yeah.
And we're going to ask you all to define a situationship. We would love to hear from you all. So make sure that you all are always following us on Instagram. That is at Dear Millennials _ All right.
Hey, Mr. McLovin, I just want to say that was a great way to engage the audience.
You know, motherfucker, we trying to do
Yes,
this
sir.
shit with the pudding and the
All
pie.
right. So I didn't mean to cut you off, bro.
No,
My
you
bad.
good. You good. I'm
My
finished.
bad. It's love. Yo, so thank you, Mary Jane, for that
No
living
problem.
single. Look forward to that every episode. Typically we have what you call talking to the love doctor, right? Until we come up with a better name. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are going through any type of relationship issues, send us a letter. Come holler at her. Come holler at the love doctor and the Dear Millennials. All right, we want to hear from you. Let us give you some real and unbiased opinion, right? You tired of hearing your friends say the same thing because they want what's best for you. So whatever you say, they about to side with, and you know you're not telling the whole story. Girl, he did that. Nah, but you ain't admit that you was texting Lorenzo. Anyway, so we'll go ahead and we'll move forward. Y'all cool with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go ahead into the meat of the show. So y'all, this episode, right, Dear Millennials, the lit ass podcast entitled Millennials to Society. So, have you ever asked yourself the following questions? Damn, what am I doing? Am I tripping? McLovin, can you take the next one?
Or you be like, damn, bro, I'm fucking up.
I'm fucking up. Am I slipping on my pimping? Man, what if I had just, guess what? Ladies and gentlemen, you are not alone. Millennials, right? 80s babies, 90s babies, early 2000s. That's debatable. Y'all might be
Nah,
some
millennials
tension.
is all the way.
Okay, 80s, 90s babies.
No, 96. 96 is the cutoff. The
No,
next one
it
is-
goes to 99.
It
It's
is.
all
No,
90s.
no, it's 96.
Sorry.
Okay, we need to fact
96.
check that. Let's
No,
fact
I
check it.
just fact
I
checked that
fact
shit.
checked it a month
we?
ago.
Okay, did you look at Wikipedia? Because you know.
No, I looked
No.
at articles.
And
Okay, who is the reputable source for
right,
identifying?
let's
Okay,
table
anyway.
this.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're experiencing any of these things, right, guess what? You are not alone. So, on this episode, we want to talk about the woes, anxieties, stresses associated with being a millennial in the, are we in the 21st century? Yeah, all right. 21st century. All right.
What, you got a time machine? This motherfucker
So,
rich.
all right, y'all. So, we'll start off. All right, so yeah, like I think let's start off with like just kind of what are we experiencing right now as millennials?
I can say
Mary
that.
Jane, you want
Yeah. All right. So this whole show's topic is just like feeling stuck. And I had a real life experience of this, like in college, even just, in high school as well. I did a lot of things in college. I was freshman class president. I was SJ administrative assistant. I was SJ president. I was first attendant to Miss Aubrey State University. I did a lot of stuff in college, right? I was really devoted to serving my alma mater. And then shortly after, I studied mass communications. I was a news reporter for, I'm not going to name the news station actually, but I was a news reporter for a local news media. And I quickly found out that this was not the route that I wanted to take because, for one, it wasn't family oriented. I was thinking about being a wife and a mother. Mm-hmm. And I did not like the negative news. I was surrounded by negative energy, so I quickly got out of it. Mm-hmm. Quit my job after about 3 or 4 months, and I did not have a job for about 3 months after that, and I had to work at a local grocery store.
Humbling.
And very humbling experience. Then I moved to Memphis, started teaching, and I started getting back into journalism. So even with that route, like I knew where I was going. I had that news reporter job before I even graduated college. Mm-hmm. But because it wasn't where I thought my life was going, I quit and I like completely had a downfall, which I'm still experiencing the aftermath, the after effects of, because I could have been a news anchor by now. So I still feel stuck. I feel like I'm on my feet. I still have some goals that I have accomplished as far as paying all of my bills. I am 100% independent on myself. Very independent, but I'm not a news anchor, So, yeah.
Thank you for sharing that, Mary Jane.
No problem.
All right, so we got, I guess we'll talk about the commonalities that we all share after.
Yeah.
All right.
Want to go next?
DeMarcus, tell us. McLovin.
Man, look, first of all,
We just go call them.
God damn.
I just can't. First of all, I
That's
don't want
payback.
I don't want motherfuckers to look at me.
Too late.
Anyway, but
Payback.
a little testimony, man. When I graduated college, I graduated with a degree in information technology, man. And it's a firm thing that, people already think that, after college, you just gonna have this fire-ass job and you just gonna, always be, willing to, my bad, y'all, my hotline bling.
Sidebox.
It's just like, I graduate college and boom, I'm gonna have a job. And, right when I graduated college, I did not secure a job in IT. I ended up being a store manager at a grocery store. Mm-hmm. I was 21, employed, and was telling over 350 people, hey, you need to do this and you need to do that. Yeah. And I ain't like that, man. They tried to send me off, and, I just had baby McLovin. And, now it's, so I had to resign. And because I didn't want to leave out of the city of Memphis, I want to be a good dad. I then, did a couple of things in the community, in the South Memphis community, that helped me to realize that, man, my gifts and stuff is involved in the community and making sure that the community is woke and make sure that they understand what's going on, not only in their household but in the streets, and making sure that everybody, prosper. So at this point now, I think I got a hand on what I think I should be doing, but in the beginning I definitely didn't know nothing. So, but that's it. Next we got my boy, I guess.
Oh yeah, I can go. I'm gonna just keep it 100, bro. I feel stuck, right? I feel like, man, like I've grown up. I keep it real, man. I grew up in a household where there wasn't pressure, but there was pressure without pressure, right? So my father, he grew up and made a lot out of himself, right? He was very helpful. He was always of service to others. And he's very humble. So in that, as he became very successful in his field, in my opinion, that kind of made the shoes even bigger to fill. Right, my mother, has done really remarkable things too. So, though I grew up in a divided household in terms of, well, not divided, but my parents weren't together. I had to deal with that. Anyway, moving forward. So yeah, I feel stuck, right? I feel like there are a lot of people that expected me to do X, Y, Z, and it wasn't anything specifically, but it was just like, damn, like, Marvin Frank, we expect you to be somebody. And if you're not somebody, what I'm saying, you're not living up to your potential. And I feel that way right now. I feel like, I ain't gonna lie, I feel like I'm bullshitting a lot of the time. This has been such a great, outlet, and I'm glad that we've all come together. But outside of that, I feel stuck. I feel like I'm not fulfilling my purpose a lot of the time. I feel like I'm settling for what's comfortable. A lot of the times I feel like I'm scared. I fear failure, though I know that failure will equate to greatness at some point, if you continue to push. So yeah, bro, I'm in a, and ladies, let me be culturally competent here, not bro, but I feel stuck. And I feel like I'm not reaching my full potential. I feel like there are a lot of things I'm not doing or going after. Yeah. And I don't know why that is. I'm losing sleep over it. I'm tossing and turning at night. I'm looking at myself like, damn, had I just, for example, singer-songwriter, and then OPP, you need to go, right? I have these aspirations of being a singer-songwriter, right? So if I just write one song a day, that's 365 songs by the end of the year. Y'all looking at me like, what the? But anyway, so I feel, I know, and I'm very critical of myself a lot of times. So though I think, God has placed me where I need to be, I need to get off my ass for a lot of stuff. And yeah, I need to do better and hold myself accountable for things that I hope to achieve. But it's all good. I'm on the process. I just read The Alchemist again not too long ago. So I'm inspired again. Anyway, OPP, how you feeling? Like, what's going on?
So I no longer feel stuck. So I'm going to take it back for when I first graduated college. I graduated, of course, from the University of Memphis. I was supposed to immediately after go to med school. I graduated magna cum laude, had a great MCAT score, and I applied to all of these different medical institutions and did not get one acceptance letter. So I took a gap year. I said, so I'm going to apply again because maybe this time around I'll get in. Did not get in the second round time. Then I was like, so what is going on? I landed a job where I was helping children that look like me get into a post-secondary institution of their choice, and I fell in love with it.
Wow.
I'm so serious. I fell in love with it. I started working, and I was like, God, is this my purpose? Is this what you want me to do? Because for me, I just 2 years not getting into medical school, and then I even considered nursing. I was like, well, I don't want to be a nurse because I don't want to do that. So I winded up working in this profession and just falling in love with the kids and with what I do. 2 years after working at this place, I was like, you know, I love what I'm doing, but I have to take this to the next level. And if I don't take this to the next level, I'm no longer going to do it. Right. So God bless me. Right. I got in a car legit with no money to my name and pursued my master's degree. Wow. After I got my master's degree, I had 4 job opportunities. Wow. Legit 4. Yeah. And then, blessing. 4. 2 are, one was in Chicago, because that's where I've really wanted to go. One is in Atlanta. I wanted to live in hot Atlanta. And one was in D.C., Chocolate City. Ooh. And one was in Memphis.
Chocolate City.
Oh, my mom called me and she said, oh, I'm sorry, but I need you. I was like, Mom, what do you need me out of all the kids that you got? This is something I've been wanting to do. Yeah. I've always been there. I've always helped. I've always did this. So why me out of all your kids? She was like, I know, I apologize. Like, Mom, don't apologize. I come back, do what it is that I need to do. So I took the job here back in the city of Memphis just, to help out and do what it is that I need to do. So as I'm moving, I'm learning that I'm living in my purpose. Everything. I'm so serious. Yeah. As I'm working, I'm learning that I'm living in my purpose and that I'm moving and that I'm doing what I am supposed to do. And that is help my community and not just myself. Yeah. Yeah. So that was a self-revelation. It's more people out there in the world that needs help than those that are actually helping them. Yeah. So for me, it was just like I got little glimpses. God showed me what I was going to do, but I thought I was going to skip out on what I thought. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? For real. I'm for real. Like,
start crying.
Over here. I'm so serious. He gave me glimpses. He showed me what I was going to do, and I thought I was just going to skip out. I was like, I'm not doing this. I don't know who he think he talking to. Right, I'm not doing this.
Take it to the cross.
And he said, yes, you are. And I don't care what you say or what you do. You are going to do what I need you to do to service your community. So I felt stuck. And then when I started learning that I'm living in my purpose and that I'm helping my people, it's,
Okay,
that's my story.
Mother OPP that sits in the front of the Baptist church.
And I think that leads us definitely to how we all ended up coming together. So one common thing is that we were all doing things or still are doing things where we're trying to figure it all out. And that's what all brought us together. So y'all, for those that are listening, if you don't know, real quick story how we all got together. We are all mutual friends. Right.
You gotta do the memory bowl.
Right. I met O a couple of years ago with an organization we will not name. We were both interning.
Because they ain't paying us.
And and actually, what's crazy, right. Her and McLovin met, but I don't me and McLovin hadn't met yet.
I think was he not?
He was there.
I think,
but he wasn't a part. He wasn't there the year I was there.
But I was speaking. You was there that day because I was speaking.
Oh, he was there.
Okay.
And it's crazy because we all I met these two people, man.
Yeah. But we didn't talk though.
I don't think I really talked to
O.
You
did.
Oh,
I was the moderator, and you snatched the mic out my hand.
We were doing some dope things then.
Snap.
Yeah. And then myself, Mary Jane, and McLovin met in an institute at
another organization we will not name
because they ain't paying. They ain't paying us.
Well, they paying me, but they not sponsoring Dear Millennials.
Yeah,
right.
They ain't splurging on us. They ain't paying trips.
So I think it just goes without saying, right? We all end up where we're supposed to be. So right now in this moment, this is where we're meant to be, right? And until the universe has aligned itself to have us somewhere else, that's where we will be. Y'all, if it's cool, let's real quick shout out to our social social media followers, our listeners, our very loyal listeners.
Yes.
So we posted on Instagram. The question was, all right, millennials, describe what you're experiencing during this time. And I know her personally. Hey, boo. I was just like, Kiasha Christian.
Yes.
Ooh, if I said your middle name wrong, I'm so sorry.
But she special guest.
Yeah, I know, right? She described what she's experiencing right now as Cardi B 2018. No, she said 2018, 2019 Cardi B.
Yeah.
I saw
So
that.
if you know the story, we won't go on in that anyway. So you started from about that year. And then a good brother of mine, one of my best friends, I was a best man in his wedding. Shout out to my boy. Baby Porter on the way. J Porter _ Esquire, ESQ. All right, so he said during this time, he is finding his voice professionally and not putting up with anything because I'm younger. So once again, the question was like, what are you experiencing at this time? So we got 2018, 19 Cardi B, and finding your voice professionally, and not just settling and putting up with anything because you are a young professional. All right. So anyway, shout out to our social media followers. All right, y'all. So, man, we almost out of time. Damn.
We have about 10 minutes left.
We do. All right. So, right, though we're experiencing just kind of times of somewhat stressing, but also kind of sort of figuring out what it is what our purpose is. I think it goes without saying that we're always I think, like affirming ourselves. So whether it's a Facebook post, social media post, I think there are a lot of things that resonate with us and that challenge us to, in the words of Tupac, keep your head up. You did.
Right.
So are there any affirmations that you all want to share with us and the people? And you never know, what you may say may encourage somebody else.
Encourage yourself.
So mine, of course, comes from the book of Proverbs.
Yes.
Over here.
Chapter 3:16.
In the B section. I'm sorry. Okay. Anyway.
A man/woman may pursue their course, but it's God that direct their steps. That's true testimony for me.
Yep.
Because I thought, I was going to be an MD, white coat, medical doctor.
You own a white coat, right? Don't you?
I do.
Like you went to Burlington, right?
Let
About a
her
white coat.
finish.
So, yes, I just, I thought I was going to be a medical doctor, and God took me on a different route, and I have to accept that. It's hard to accept that. I'm not even going to flaunt and fake with you because you have all these dreams and goals and aspirations of doing plan A. Yeah. Then God looks at you and laugh because he got you doing plan B.
That's right.
And you stressing.
Yeah.
So don't stress. Just believe the Most High has your best interests at heart. Yeah. So.
I would actually like to piggyback on
Come on, piggyback.
I don't even make plans too much. I see a vision. I say, all right, God, keep ordering it. Whatever you want me to do, put me in line for it. Cause I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing no more. Keep putting me in line for it. And if I'm here, I'm here. If I'm there, I'm there. I can control it with the vision that you give me. And if you're giving me this vision, then I need to have the guidance. I need to have the steps for it because obviously everything that I've done had just kind of fallen. Yeah. So, or fallen into place. So.
Yeah, that's real. I guess I can go next. He's laughing. All right. So I read recently. Well, I've read this book a couple of times. I'm reading it for a third time now. Called The Alchemist by Paul Coelho. I hope I pronounced his last name correctly. If you haven't read it, read it. So there are a lot of quotes that really resonate with me. But as a Pisces, right, we're naturally dreamers. So one quote and affirmation that I kind of keep in mind to help me keep going. It says, "There is only one thing that makes a dream impossible to achieve: the fear of failure." So for me, it's kind of man, I'm being blessed and fortunate enough to have these visions, right? Why would I receive these visions if there wasn't any possibility of it being attainable or achievable or in reach? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so with that being said, man, like, just knowing, like, man, you have to look fear in the face and every day get up, like, you know, what it is that you fear, you have to, you know, overcome.
I have one more thing. Sorry.
No, you good.
Speaking of that, Hill Harper, NASAP conference. I think this was
You went to
probably
NASAP too?
every year.
Bro, I went to NASAP every.
I'm surprised we ain't right.
I love my alma mater, but they couldn't afford that. So.
Nah,
NASAP every year
Savannah.
for me. Yep, I went to Savannah too.
Yeah.
I'm mad we didn't run into each
Bro,
other.
we like real talk. We
It was
probably
so
did.
many of us. And we was just,
We probably
anyways,
did. and
NASAP should
didn't.
be paying us. All right.
Right.
But
Damn.
I loved NASAP.
Most
but
def.
Hill Harper in D.C., I think it was D.C. or Virginia, Maryland, one of those, for NASAP, he told us.
Maryland Eastern Shores.
Maryland Eastern Shores. If your dreams do not scare you, they aren't big enough. And that has left a mark for me ever since then. I have fell in love with Hill Harper. Actually, I'm in love with that man ever since then because it's so true.
I love him.
Hey, Alpha.
He's an alpha cholo.
He is. Good brother. Shout out to the
Heard that tongue?
yes,
Ain't he
sir.
married or
dog.
something?
The oldest and the coldest,
He
my
has
boy.
a kid, but he ain't married. But.
Oh, okay. Well, Hill Harper.
And he went to Harvard Law School too. That's a good
And
brother.
he retweets my tweets and he likes my photos.
Ooh,
Just putting that out there.
trying to.
Okay, Mary.
Show him a titty. You might.
No.
Stop.
All right, Hill Harper, we could just be friends. Just
But
be honest. Go ahead.
something I got. I've heard a philosopher. Very well known, and he says, "Don't stop, get it." Uncle motherfucking Luke. And
Oh my
Shout out to
God.
and that's real though. Like,
This man.
and don't stop, get it, cause the shit gonna hit the fan.
It is.
You know what I mean? And it's gonna seem like your back against the wall, but at the end of the day, yo, I gotta keep going. You know, in the words of another philosopher, prophet, actually, 8-Ball MJG, can't stop this pimping. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's
okay.
real. So, don't stop. Can't stop.
Yeah.
Diddy. So,
Okay.
those are my words of affirmation, man.
So y'all, thank y'all for sharing that. So hopefully, those listening out there, Dear Millennials, the lit ass podcast. Man, I hate, I feel like every time, the show is always enjoyable, but I hate when that time comes that we have to close out.
Right.
So ladies and gentlemen, you always want to look forward to this segment. Each of us will always kind of have an open letter to our Dear Millennial listeners. So
Millies.
for today, my boy McLovin is going to close us out before we do our shout outs with the open letter to Dear Millennials. What you got to say, Doc?
Dear Millies, it's okay to feel stuck at the moment. We all been in that situation when it seems like you don't know what the fuck to do. But you ain't the only motherfucker. You can't worry about what the fuck people say. You can't worry about what the fuck people doing. Because at the end of the day, you gonna have to press on and move at your own fucking pace. Like the GOAT, J. Cole said, no such thing as a life that's better than yours.
That's my man.
No such thing as a life that's better than
yours.
yours. No such thing. Okay, we know you can sing.
Crazy.
And sometimes you gotta look at life, like a glass. Don't look at it, half empty. Look at that motherfucker half full with, some Jameson or some Jack Daniels. Goddamn.
Margaritas?
But anyway, hopefully you all can take this letter and just make your day motherfucking better. Your boy McLovin out. Love, peace, and chicken grease.
Y'all, let's give a snap. That was so poetic.
Thank you.
All right, y'all. Make sure y'all look forward to the Dear Millennials open letter, always towards the end of the show. So we got to go ahead and close it out. Thank you for tuning in to Millennials to Society, the Dear Millennials Lit Ass Podcast.
Yeah.
All right.
Make sure you follow us.
Yeah.
Dear Millennials, plural, as Marvin says, _ on Instagram.
At Dear Millennials Pod, P-O-D, Twitter. Search us on Facebook. Every Sunday. Are we going ahead and saying that? Yeah. Or nah? Oh, hold on.
Yeah, we going.
I know we didn't talk about this in
right.
the pre-production, huh? All right, yo, man, y'all check out the. Should I say it? No.
Yeah.
Okay, check out
Marvin,
the premiere
yes.
of each new episode each Sunday at what time? 6 Central, 7 Eastern. Hey, Mama and
Let's
Long
not-
Island.
And follow me on Instagram at the.realmaryjane.
Dang, we didn't even do shout-outs yet.
Damn,
my
what-
shout out.
Right.
Oh, okay, that's cool. My bad. I'm sorry. Say that one more time.
The.realmaryjane.
You got anything else to say?
That's me.
Oh, okay.
My Instagram account. Just follow me.
Marvin, you gonna say something?
I mean, shit, we had the order. Anyway, I'm just playing, man. This my
That was
sister
my
boo,
word.
yeah. I know, I'm just playing. Yo, it's your boy Marvin Frank. Make sure you follow me at Marvin_Frank06. Add me on Facebook. Love, peace, and soul, y'all.
Okay, Cornelius.
Also, follow your boy McLovin_IT. That's McLovin_it on Instagram. Feel free to follow me, like all my pictures, even my thirst traps. Fuck yummy.
All right, this is your girl OPP. You can follow me on IG, Oprah_says. That's OPHRAH_SAYS. So this is your girl signing out, South Memphis Queen and Memphis Finest. Thank you for tuning in this week's podcast.
Yo, I know this is improv too. Can we all like end with saying, have a lit ass week? 1, 2, 3. Have a lit ass week!
Fuck yummy, boy.
The preceding is an OWN production. For more information, go to theoamnetwork.com.